Hey guys, Words of Grace. This week we're in Exodus 20. I hope you're following along in your Words of Grace book. I know I'm enjoying it. This week was by Stephen Lamb. Some of you might be wondering, who is Stephen Lamb? Stephen was an intern here at Reedland in the summer of 2000 or 2001. I think the summer of 2001. And Stephen is an excellent guy. He went to Harding with me and with Alicia, and he was in Brett Morris's youth group before. Brett was the youth minister here. So a little history intertwining with Stephen, and I think you'll enjoy his Devo. I just want to point out in Exodus 20, of course, it's the 10 Commandments. You know, one of the questions I think when I deal with teenagers that comes up a lot is, what's God's deal? Like, is he just a killjoy? Why did he say, don't do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that? And I think we see here in Exodus 20 that the law is rooted in God's character. I had to write a paper about this for one of my classes, and I wrote about God's inability to sin. And the thing is, God can't sin, I believe, and I think the Bible teaches, because it's outside of his character. Just think about this. How could God steal something? What would he steal? It's all his. So it's actually impossible for God to steal. Or think about it this way. Who could God murder? Isn't God the one who decides how many days are promised to you or how many days are in your life, the number of your days? Isn't God the one that decides who lives and who dies and when they live and die? So God cannot murder, because any time that he takes a life, he is the only one in the universe that has the authority to do that. So God can't sin. He can't lie, because everything he says is truth. If he says it, it is. He speaks and it happens. So he's not able to lie. So he doesn't have the necessary components needed in order to sin. And that sounds odd, because you're saying, does God lack something? Well, yeah, he lacks something. He lacks character flaws. There are no character flaws in God. He can't steal something because it all belongs to him. There's no ability for him to do that. And so I think when we see the law, anytime you're struggling with, why would God want me to do this? Why would God's law command me to do this specific thing? I think you need to remind yourself, what is it about God that lives out this principle? And then maybe we can see more clearly why we should do it. And sometimes it's hard to follow God's law. But if we can see what God is doing in his character to live that out, it may help us understand more why these 10 Commandments and the extension of them are so important in our life. Chew on that a little bit. Read the Words of Grace this week. That's your midweek lift.